Hello Hoovies and welcome back to the third channel. Today we are reviewing a very special programme. Tonight on Dave at 9 PM will be the fifth Series 5, Episode 1 of the brilliant sitcom Meet the Richardsons. It's like a mockumentary type thing because it's like merging some of the real events that happen in Lucy and John's life, such as the actual TV shows they appear on during that time of when that series is filming. So, for instance, if they had I'm trying to come up with a good example. If Lucy was on a particular TV show just before, like very recently, like it's still in the public consciousness, then they utilise it as a gag for that series. So that's sort of gag it's at. Now, I'm going to say 6 AM, but 8 AM is the only other time I can think of, which are the two times that streaming services usually use to air everything. Like the BBC iPlayer usually does 6 AM, and Disney Plus usually does 8 AM. So, with Meet the Richardsons, all episodes of Series 5 will be available on the UK TV Play app, website, wherever you get the UK TV Play. I think it'll be either 6 AM or 8 AM. But I'm not too sure because it doesn't actually say in any of the information I've been given. So I've been given the opportunity to watch this show early. And I'd like to say thank you for giving me that opportunity, UK TV, for letting me watch this show early. It's incredible. It's amazing. And I'm here to review it now because this is 9 AM. Well, I'm currently filming this at 2:08 on the Thursday the 4th of April. And you'll be watching this Monday the 8th of April at 9 AM. So, let's get into my review. So far, I've only seen the first 3 episodes of Series 5. So, my reviews of Series 5, Episode 4 to when it finishes will not be utilised in this. But I will talk about that in the future when I talk about, I don't know, something else that's related to Meet the Richardsons. So this series, so far, well, the series itself is... I'm trying to find better words than excellent. So let's say immaculate. Let's use that word, shall we? Immaculate, right? It's got everything you want in a TV programme. So, let me just talk about this briefly. Just so we've got some context. Because this video will contain minor spoilers. What I mean is that very few spoilers, but some will be nitpicked in. Very minor spoilers will be chucked in this review at some point. So let's start off with, so in the life of Lucy Beaumont recently, she appeared on Taskmaster. So, Taskmaster is the focus of episode 3. Episode 2 focuses on Lucy on Bake Off, and then John is stick throughout the series is the fact that he doesn't get as much work as Lucy does, because Lucy does Hull Raisers currently, and she won BAFTA nominated for that, shall I say. And so the whole arc of this series is that some people think that John is a little bit annoyed at that fact, because what does he do now? Well, he used to be the big famous name, but he did do a travel series with Lucy's mother. He still does 8 out of 10 Castro's Countdown. So I do think the dynamic, in a sense of Lucy being the less well-known one and John being really well-known, it's still the case, but Lucy's becoming more well-known, and I think it is. In general, I think it is due to the fact that Meet the Richardsons have become so popular that whenever Lucy's on Sunday Brunch, because I don't think John's on it ever, they mention Meet the Richardsons, but they always say they can't tell whether or not this moment now, the moment they're in right now, is going to be part of the next series of Meet the Richardsons, because it's that level of it blurs a line between what's reality and what's scripted. For this series has some incredible guest stars. So episode 4, I know from the next time trailer, has Adrian Charles in it again. Episode 2 has Greg Wallace, and episode 3 and episode 1 both have. I'm gonna say her last name is escaping me, but she's Kimberly, I think. She was on Odd Couples, John and Lucy's Odd Couples, but she's best known as one of the Pussycat Dolls, which is a musical band, well, a musical group, shall we say. So, she appears in it because she's now the new next door neighbour. And I really do think, and I'm gonna just make it clear that I really think this series is really good. I quite like this series, right? There's a lot going for it, in the sense of that it's not trying to double down on itself because it's at the highest level it's at. It's trying to, what's the word I'm looking, trying to branch out the series to make it more, well, not relevant, but more funnier, because it's not, it used to, right, previous series used to go, here's some events that happen in the lives of the Richardsons in real life, let's try and sitcomize them and modernise them and make them more funny. And I don't think this series does that as much, because it is more, there's a lot more funny elements that just occur generally, and the elements that we picked up from previous series is brought in. So, my favourite episode, well, my favourite moment from this series so far is got to be, and I know this is like loose opinion based, but I really do like Elsie in this series, because at the very beginning, right, Elsie was in it, and you just saw Elsie in it quite a lot, some of the storylines revolved around Elsie. Then Elsie slowly disappeared from the series, always appeared in the intro, might I add, but then disappeared, and then now that she's at an older age where the words kids say the funny things, that type of thing, she's in it a lot more now, which is good, because Elsie's one of those characters, well, she's not a character, but Elsie, the child, he's always been one of those people that gets mentioned when they're on Gogglebox, when they're on whatever, they mention it, right, Elsie's always mentioned, she's always mentioned in these programmes, but then when you actually see Elsie in it, it's even funny, because you know, right, and I know, probably know this is correct, but I don't think Elsie's seen the script. I think that Elsie is the, so in the show it's a mockumentary, so some of it's real, actually happened, and some of it is scripted. So I think that every time Elsie's on screen, they're the unscripted parts, because obviously you want to give children creativity to give their best performance, and because Elsie's not a performer per se, I know she's appeared in Meet the Richards, but she's not an actress or an actor or any of that, so her performances are raw and brilliant, right? And it always undermines what John's saying, and it makes it funnier. And I like how, when they're out and about, I like how fans and all these people, that like the public, are always, oh yeah, oh you're John Richardson from Meet the Richardsons, aren't you? Oh yeah, I watch you one day. And it sounds like people watch Dave a lot, which we do, me the fans, we watch Dave all the time. My second favourite, well, on the channels that repeat BBC programme, this is my second favourite because God's be first. But I do think Meet the Richardsons has an edge to it where it's funny, subtle and funny, and all the celebrity cameos are even better, right? Because each series the celebrity cameos get weirder and weirder, as in like Greg Wallace is a weird choice. You didn't expect to have Greg Wallace, but he's on it. Dick and Dom have announced that they're going to be in it at some point, which is even weirder, because you don't think, oh, they're in it, and it's funny, and I can utilise Elsie's school in this. I know it's probably a fictional school and fictional teachers, but it makes the series a lot more out there, interesting, and this series in itself, I think, has got to be, I think it's like my third favourite series, because it goes Series 1, Series 3, Series 5, I don't think they're my top 3 favourite series, and I don't think this series is just immaculate. I always, and very rare, well, I laughed out loud, I've got to be honest, right? I watched this and laughed out loud. So I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 right now, in the 10-minute mark of this video. 10 out of 10. I laughed my miniature socks off. Because if I laughed my large socks off, then my socks will go like bloom. And if I left my miniature socks on, my socks will bloom. Don't go as far in, it doesn't take me that long to try and track down where my socks have got to. Because I thought this series was hilarious. Out of this world. I do think that the dynamic between John and Lucy, even though they are a real life married couple, I think just improves. The dynamic, the way that they're trying to act, but the way they're trying to make each other more realistic. And each episode and each series is slowly becoming more realistic and more like an actual married couple rather than a heightened version of themselves. And the subtle references to other films and TV series, another thing they do is out of this world. I'm going to say this once more. Out of this world. I'm saying once more from the back. Out of this world! What I'm saying is that it's immaculate, it's incredible, and it's amazing. So, to round off this review, got Meet the Richardsons is a 10 out of 10 Series 5. You can watch Series 5 of Meet the Richardsons tonight on Dave and UK TV Play from 9 PM. If you want to watch it live weekly on Mondays on 9 PM on Dave, or you can watch the full series now on UK TV Play. Now guys watching, time one to watch. Bye! I'm gonna go this way.